All right, hey everybody, this is Mark Soberman with NetPicks with our latest crypto update. So I wanted to take you through the markets. We've had a lot of trades enter, and I want to tell you what we've done, how we've managed those, give you some advice as well on what I'm doing, and hopefully that helps you overall. Obviously, we had a really good run up over a couple weeks. The last update that we did here was mid-March, and most of the markets did enter into the market. So I wanted to give you some updates on how everything has gone. And we've certainly have retraced as the stock market itself has been weak of late. And sometimes the NASDAQ in particular follows crypto or vice versa. I should say probably crypto follows the tech stocks a little bit. So it makes it a little bit harder when there's some headwinds in that area and we have some interest rate conversations going on. Eventually, we'll probably be able to shed that correlation, but right now, there's definitely a correlation there. So let's start with Bitcoin. As we got in, 42,565, we actually got in at the beginning of March. We had to hold on to that for a couple of weeks until we had a nice breakout move higher. And at the peak of this, we had about a 13% move overall. So certainly areas and places to potentially take a little bit off the table. We never really got the parabolic move to the upside, and I'll show you what that means. And that's this parabolic indicator. When it starts to plot on the upside of the midline here, this midline of the Keltner channel, that's when you know the move is getting really strong. And that's when we get a bit more aggressive, taking a bit of money off of the table. That really didn't take place, but we did have our trail back on the stop. And I mentioned in other videos, it's 3 parabolics back if they close below the midline. Of course, there's a few rules on this, but that put us out at 43,446. So about a $900 gain overall. Nothing huge. Probably in that case, just a 3, 4, 5%. Certainly we had up to 13% at the peak, but it's hard to get out up here when things are really moving higher. And I didn't really have other great exits. We do talk about Keltner Channel 2 as a potential exit, 44,300, and Keltner Channel 3, which would have been about 45.5. I personally don't exit everything there. When I'm looking to take some profit into the move, I will exit a partial and then I'll hold the rest, hoping for the big move, the 30, 40, 50%, 100% moves that do take place at times. Now that we're out Bitcoin, where do we get back in? We need to close back the Keltner channels here, and that's still got a ways to go if that's going to happen. So we're really not risking that. So what do we do? What if it doesn't pull back enough? What if we miss the next big move? I actually use the parabolics that are up top here, and I will get in at the top parabolic in this case, around 48,280. But what's going to happen over the next few days, even if this does start to recover, is these are going to start to come down, and I'm going to go ahead and update my entry. So if you have the system, which we'll be making available a little bit later this month in April, then you'd be able to make those updates on a daily basis. But that's where I am as of today with this market update. So there should be a link in the description. You can go ahead and click that. Put yourself on the notification list, and I'll let you know when the full system, all the rules, the indicators you see here on the chart will be made available to all of you if you'd like that. In addition, if you don't mind, go ahead and click the like button, subscribe to the channel. Helps me a lot, helps the channel a lot. It makes sure that we keep producing this type of content for all of you. We're actually giving you trades ahead of time here, stops, etc. So we're not just coming in when the market's flying to the upside. And these are real trades, right? So these are trades that you can take very specific down to the tick if you're on board with what we see in the markets. And to remind you, these are trades, right? This is not if you have a long-term philosophy on Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc., and you're holding those, you just got to ride these out, right? Back and forth, dollar cost average in. That's not what this is for. This is trying to the other part of your trading where you want to take advantage of trades. You want to get money on the way up, hopefully, fingers crossed, and get out when the markets reverse to the other side. So that's what we do in these videos and these updates. Ethereum, really nice move. We got in at 3,055. So that would have been somewhere around March 23rd or so. Had a good 18% run to the upside. And this one did get what I call parabolic. And that's when the parabolic indicator starts plotting on the upside, the other half of the Keltner channel. And then we can use, when it's profitable, the most recent parabolic to at least take some profit off. And that was about a 32.40, so about a $200 move on Ethereum there. Again, not huge, not quite 10%, but still a pretty nice move. You certainly can use Keltner channel 2, which would have plotted, actually did plot here at 3022. The Keltner channel 3 was not going to be that high, 3170, so we really needed to wait because we got in a little bit later than normal, just the way that the chart's set up. So this really ended up being a better place to get out. Now, we're still holding the balance of the trade, and that's down here, and that's based upon using average true range and the close. Again, this is all in the rule set, but it's plotted on the chart for us here, and that's 3,037. So roughly about a break even, worst case on the balance of the trade for Ethereum. So pretty good move over there. If we end up not sustaining this move, this ends up being just a short-term type move. We'll have to see because we're getting a retracement now. It's getting close. We ran into a lot of headwinds with the 200-day and some other moving averages. So we'll see if this is a fake out to the upside. At least most cases that I'm showing you here, we were able to take some profit, except in one case. 109.52 entry on Solana, great move. We got all the way up to almost 145, a 30% move. Got a great exit here for partial if you didn't get out in any of this upside move. Never be afraid to exit some when it's powering to the upside, because hold on to some, okay, but never be afraid to take some off the table. In this case, even at 122.80 with the parabolic would have been a nice exit. Really good move overall. And then ultimately, my exit now on the entire position is down at 98.58. That'll update over the next few days. I know it's far down below, and it actually would be a loss, surprisingly, right, on the entry, though it went 30% to the upside. But that's what happens sometimes when you go parabolic, and that's why it's good to take some off the table, because if worst case happens and we get taken out somewhere in here, we may have a partial loss here, but a gain here. That's kind of what you're looking for. So Chainlink is the only one that really probably not looking great. We got in at 1768. I really couldn't use these parabolics to take any profit off. So we're back to the diamond here, which is about 1480. So if that hits, it hasn't yet, we're going to have a loss on this trade. Not much we can do about it. We really needed to reverse back higher for us to have another chance to lock in some profits. It didn't go far enough for me to recommend any type of taking profits on that. It only got to about 18, so just not enough. Cardano, nice move, 108.55, about a 24% move to the upside. And then you can see we're trailing down. The stop here on any balance would be 1.024. So a little small loss on the trail because, again, this was a pretty big drop in 2 days. We didn't really get to raise the stops super fast, but they were coming up pretty steadily. And right now it's three parabolics back, which is right here. So still in on that trade. Good opportunity to take some profits, but at this point, we'll have to see how that works out. And then Polygon Matic. This one, good news for us, it never triggered at 1.8686, which was up here somewhere. So this one lagged all of the Bitcoin and Ethereum and the other altcoins. And our entry did a great job. It just kept us out. So we didn't have to deal with the little sideways action and this big drop. However, we have a brand new buy, and it's 1.6952. So I've been able to bring the buy down because we now have a close below the Keltner channel here. When that happens, I can then use the midline plus an average true range to give me a new buy, 1.6952. So that's the new buy for Matic USD. So that is your update. So we are out Bitcoin looking for new entry. Ethereum still holding on. Solana, really nice move, some good gains, still holding on the balance. Chainlink, holding on, but really holding on. In this case, no gains as of yet. Unfortunately, Cardano, nice gains and have our trailing stop. And then Matic, we have a brand new buy entry. So that's the update. I know I went pretty quick through the charts. If there's another market you would like me to look at, just put it in the comments below. I'll answer you in the comments, and then maybe next time in the next video, we'll go ahead and take a look and give you an update. Be happy to take a look at any other markets overall, and leave any other comments, questions that you have about the system, the methodology, etc. down below, and we'll be sure to answer those. Hope you're benefiting from these alerts real time in advance of what's happening, and we'll be back with you in the next few days or a week. Once we get some more action and there's enough to update, we'll get you another video. So good trading, and we'll talk to all of you soon.